Night. All right, looks like our mic just turned on. Okay, sorry about that. What's up, Mr. Wynn, Zach Green? Good to see you guys. We have a big game here last week. The wild card weekends this weekend. Yeah, it was a little muted there for a second. Sorry, Mr. Wind. But yeah, guys, we're ready to go, man. We got some big games going on. Sadly, we cannot get the 2 seed. Right now, we have the 3 seed. The Lions have the 6 seed. It's probably going to be one of the rarest things in NFL history because we say NFL, but if we actually win, I think we play the Lions back-to-back weeks. So it's very rare for that to happen in the NFL, but it actually might happen tonight. So if we lose, we're going to get the 4 seed guaranteed. And then if we win, we cannot go up, and the Lions really can't go down. So it's very, very weird, but I would say that you're probably going to beat AJ, dude. I mean, that's probably the best player to play because he hasn't really made the playoffs, so he's inexperienced in the playoffs. But I was a little bit upset at the Rams user because I was hoping he would at least play you for it, but he must be MIA right now. I mean, he's been a little bit inactive this season. Right now, we're kind of watching him, the GOAT TV guy. But because right now we do have one guy right now waiting to join, so any inactive players next season through 5 weeks, we're putting him in. I was hoping I got that 2 seed to play AJ, but at the end of the day, I can't get that. Wow, really, Coach Maddox? Wow, I guess it's the same thing. Interesting. Seahawks Niners did it? Well, not... Oh, yeah, they did do that. Seahawks Niners did that? Was that back when you were playing for the... I'm confused. What year was that? Oh, okay. Got it. Got it, Hayden. My bad. What's up, Daniel? What's up, Marino? It's good to see you, dude. Yeah, right now we're waiting on Omi to say click. He said 2 minutes, grabbing some water. I really don't know if I would play back-to-back games in the same day versus same player. That's kind of a little bit repetitive, but... I mean, it's going to be kind of tough because we have to win this game or else we're playing the Panthers. They're a very tough team. I know Keanu doesn't want them either, so it's... I mean, they're a really tough team, dude. If we lose... I mean, also the reason why you want to win is because I think the Niners are beating the Washington... And what's going to happen is the 3 seed is a toss-up game no matter what, even if it's you versus the Lions. If Lions win, they have the 6 seed still. So you're playing the Lions or the Panthers, Keanu, who is the Vikings. And the reason why you want the 3 seed is because... if you win, you guaranteed do not play the Falcons. That's essentially what it is. And we're not saying we're scared of the Falcons or scared of the Panthers. It's really just a business decision. And it's not a real business thing. But like, if this was a real business thing, we can search. Okay. He said search here. But essentially, you want to give your team the best chance to go all the way. And whether it's Mickey Mouse, whatever, it's easier, whatever, that's sometimes what strategy is, can you give your team the best chance? And I do not like the odds. Even if you win the game, I don't like the odds against the Panthers with how tough it is versus Jahmyr Gibbs and etc. I know he has one good receiver too, I forget his name, but all I know, maybe Isaac Tesla, I forget who has him though, but I mean, that's kind of what it is. But okay, got it, Keanu. What's up, Chris? What up, Diaz? Good to see you guys. So yeah, I don't really know if Omi knows this or not, but like, he's already locked. He's already locked in at the 6 seed. But I think he's still playing for continuity and for purposes of just integrity of the game. But really, I mean, if this was real life, also if he wins, he plays Keanu. So I don't know if he would rather play Keanu or me, but that's something that deep down, if he was very smart, he would know that. But obviously not everyone knows how seeding works and the bracket and whatever, but sadly AJ lost back-to-back weeks, or else a win I would have played him guaranteed. Yeah, we'll see what happens, AJ. I mean, I was hoping to play you only because of historic matchups in the franchise, but they have been field goal games, but I mean, it's bullshit, AJ. We all know it is. I mean, I'll give you some tips to try to beat Hayden, but at the end of the day, I mean, you're going to have to do it pretty much yourself at the end of the day. It's not like Hayden feeds one player. I mean, stopping Bijan's obviously a big deal, but your run D should be your main priority. Damn, Hayden. Yeah, I mean, there's really not much I can do, AJ. Let's see what Omi does here. Handoff 3 yards. I would just play the run, dude. I mean, you got to force Hayden to throw the ball, dude. That's my advice. Let's see what Cam Ward has in store here. I forgot he has Cam Ward. Probably traded for him, actually. Inside that eye, red zone. That's going to be great coverage there by Tyreek Smith, 3rd and 7. Tyreek Smith was a big reason this team won the Super Bowl in year 1, had a pick 6 in the NFC Championship. This is now the 3rd season. Here we go, gentlemen. Going to be tough. Give me a sack, boys. Come on. Starts right now. He has him. Dude, I don't understand how he had that much time on a four-man rush pass commit. That in route went for days and days from Asia to China. I don't understand what the hell happened, because it's like, dude, I mean, to be fair, Asia to China's not really that far, but just call it Asia to Europe. I mean, what the hell? Pass rush in this game, dude, my God. Yeah, either way, it's going to be a revenge game for AJ against me or you. Yeah, there it is, AJ. Oh, my God. It's like Star Wars. At last, I have you right where I want you. That's funny, dude. I'm doing cover 0 here. Fuck it. Remember, guys, he has a 99 speed receiver there, far right. What a job of the... Let's go. Cover 0, baby. Dallas Turner. All right, big play here. We're going to probably do cover 6 here. Let's go. Pass commit, man. It's got to be right now, dude. Let's go. Right now. A win. We had the 3 seed. We avoid some teams the longest. And that's going to be... Oh! Why would he throw that? 4th and 1. They'll probably go for it here. Wow, I am actually shocked. Holy smokes. Contain is on. Handoff. He even has the edge there. Perfect blocking. Touchdown, Lions. That is probably the most questionable non-pick in NFL history. I pressed triangle too. I was right there. Wow. I am honestly just shocked that he threw it. 7-0 touchdown Detroit. Well, now we have to answer. Sucks, man. It's going to be tough, dude. Shamir DK, good return. 27-yard line. Here we go. Like I said, it's kind of one of those things where if we lose, We don't get to play the Lions. We play the Panthers guaranteed. I think really, no matter what, it's going to be a coin flip game. We're only playing to win to avoid the Falcons the longest. The 3 seed would do that. You would only play them in the NFC Championship if necessary, but it's going to be tough nevertheless. 2nd and 10. Wide open McBride. Good read by Hurts. And that's going to be a fumble. Wow. This is just one of those games. Thank God it's not a playoff game. I mean, I'm on conservative, so that's why it's liability insurance. I cannot believe the way this game is going right now. Wow. First and 10. Toss play. Good play by Warner. Give him 2. Probably not Matt Quinn. I'm going to play more tomorrow, dude. But I will say, tomorrow I'm probably buying the LTDs no matter what. I have so many coins, we might as well have fun in the game and just play the game. Today, I felt like overpriced. Tomorrow, you usually see a big drop after 24 hours. All that time, it's packed! Now we are even with bailouts. Drew Phillips! Can he get a block? Maybe. First down. So now we are even with bailouts because of a fumble, and that was an overthrown pick. The only thing I will say about that pick, though, was there was pressure in his face. You should really never throw those balls. He does not have sideline deadeye either. Drew Phillips, what a play. And there's Sampson! This game is tied at 7. Especially with getting ball at half, this game now has went to another coin flip game, probably from a 30% underdog. It's funny how the odds can change that much. Probably a 20 to 25% swing in just 3 plays. But how about Drew Phillips? The pick artist really helped there, I think, with the unlimited stamina. Those overthrow picks are very bailout because your player has to not only be in the right spot, but also has to be looking for the ball. There's a lot of things that have to go your way for those picks. First down, again, I'm shocked he has, inside deadeye, red zone, and quick draw. Maybe he can't get sideline deadeye, and he chose inside over that, but nevertheless, we have a good game now, 7-7. And again, if we win, we play Detroit no matter what. But the problem is, we're probably not going to play the playoff game right away. This is stick. And that's going to be a sack. Jack Sawyer back at the 21-yard line. It will be 2nd and 20. Honestly, I'm going to give my prediction. I think we're going to win and then lose in the wild card somehow. It's just how the game goes. It's really hard to beat a team back-to-back weeks. I don't really care what they are or who they are. And stuff like that. I mean, I'm not really scared about Cam Ward because he's a little bit slower than you think. But the problem is that 99 speed receiver he has is really glitchy. So, he can score a bomb in any play. Third and 13 is going to be questionable here what he calls. But again, if you're just joining us here, pretty much seeding at play tonight. A loss, you automatically have seed 4. And if you win, you have seed 3 guaranteed. Sadly, we could not get seed 2. But to be fair, 2 and 3, the only difference is really the first round matchup. After that, you're playing each other if you win. That is true, AJ, but to be fair, well, I could have... Did you play Hayden in the playoffs before? Is that kind of why you're saying that, that one I'm a little bit confused if you played him before or not. Screen pass, could not get off a block, and that's going to be a huge play. What a call, first down. Great call. That's actually where zone coverage is much better than man-to-man. So one thing about Mutt you never see is screen passes, but man are they great in franchise. Handoff left side, that's going to be fully contained. 2 yards only for Ben Bond. 2nd and 8. Weiss handled you? You haven't played him? Yeah. Big blitz coming up here. Coach K got the wrong angle there. 2nd and 8. And that'll be 1st and goal. See, that's one of those things where we go for it all and we miss it. But if it's a pick, it's a pick. We had the right idea, but the problem is we could not execute. Those seam passes very vulnerable. Will this be a pass play? It is. And it's going to be a beauty. Touchdown Lions. That is Prather. Probably an autogen player. 14-7 Lions in front. Like I said, I mean, I really have a bad feeling about this round 1 game. No matter what we do, we're probably going to lose. It's just, I don't know what it is, man, but the playoffs hit different. And I just feel like people play their best game, and sometimes we don't play our best game. And, you know, I mean, we got to have some confidence no matter what. But, again, I will say one thing. If we win, we're probably, wow, what a return by Ramsey here. That's kind of a bailout. It would be his first return all year. Wow, this game is tied. More of a bailout, I think. Perfect blocking. That's a rarity. That guy only has like 90 speed too, so that's an ultra rarity. Kickoff returns are really tough in this game, guys. You have perfect blocking and go right through. 14 all. But yeah, I mean, part of me, you know, again, if we win the game, we play the Lions. There's no way we're playing back-to-back games. Like, hey, I'll play in 5 minutes. Like, I just. To me, that'd be stupid. You know, at least take a day off and play again, make it more fun. But that's just me. I mean, if you win, you get it over with. But that's not really our intentions if we do win. Well, Coach K kind of got lucky. Two splash plays. Lions kind of earning it a little bit more here tonight. Let's see what Cam Ward has in store tonight. Underneath pass, why not? Ben Tate. Or Ben Bond, sorry, 9.5. I think the best part about this Dallas team is that we have had no injuries from week to week, knock on wood, for this football team. Clearly that can change any second. But, you know, to say that for the entire franchise is crazy. We have never had an injury from week to week. Very healthy team. And again, you know, we're playing for seeding. That's about it. But we're already in the playoffs. NFC East titles, back-to-back years. We're going to actually call a cover 0 here. And check down pass and a good tackle by Thomas. Give him 3. Now they're going to try cover 2. Actually, it's cover 3. And that's going to be a really tight window. Great pass, leader to the inside. 1st and 10. If he passes these that to the outside, I'm there. 1st and 10. Here comes a blitz off that left side. And let's see what they have in store here for Cam Ward and company. Could be the last drive of the half, number 1. RPO to the outside. He's trying to go backwards there and loop around for possibly a move. Will he chew clock with 2-minute warning? That would be the smart thing to do. Probably should have saw that handoff coming, but to be fair, they came down and stopped at 3rd and 1. 2nd and short there. You got to play the handoff first. 3rd and 1. They're going to go out of here and call cover 1 robber. They're going to gamble here and shade underneath, actually. A very rare underneath shade here. It's going to be a handoff on the right side. It's blown up. First one there, I think, was 27 Drew Phillips. And Coach K's going to let the clock tick. They're going to call zone here on 4th and 2. Anytime that you just lost yards, probably going to be a pass. If he runs it here, I'll be shocked. So they're going to go ahead here and guard the flat here over here. And not going to guard up here. It was slants. What a catch against mid-zone KO Fred Warner. That right there just shows you mid-zone KO got nerfed. Handoff. Give him one. Timeout, Dallas. Because that should be mid-zone KO in old Madden. It was right in front of a zone of Fred Warner, but if I would have known KOs were that bad, I wouldn't have picked Fred Warner that high. But again, that's why it's very important to know what the game is like when you do your franchise drafts. I took him and Zach Bond on that, for that reason. What a job by Jack Sawyer chasing down there. Cam Ward, 3rd and 9. The only pro that we really get from it is, in my opinion, I do like the run stopping. They do good with CPU run stopping. That's literally about it. We did pass commit, unfortunately. What a call by the Lions. And an injury timeout, though, and that's not good. One of their tight ends are down. Either that or that's the tall receiver. They are going to go ahead and go for it, and they're going to actually call cover 9. 4th and 3. And this is a big play here. He has it on the Oh, not the right read. The left side was open. There's Fred Warner. What a play. First down, Dallas. And now, in a way, they are in the driver's seat. In a way. If they can score here, here's Ibuka. First down. Okay, I don't know how it's not a first down. I don't know why you would do that, Ibuka. Get the first down, reach the ball over, dude. They have to score points here to kind of not really be in the so-called... This is cover 0. Wow, we were wrong. Not cover 0 there. Good disguise by the Lions. Compressed defense there. Thought it was cover 0. It was cover 2. Great disguise there by Detroit. That's why I didn't run the ball. Handoff, Sampson, give him 3. But more importantly, now you're in soft range for your kicker. I think DK's going to be open here. They're going to test DK, 94 speed deep. Does he have it? Yes! Touchdown, Dallas. They saw the corner kind of playing a little bit off, and off is in a little inside shade, and you got to be very careful versus Shamir DK 94 speed, because that is the speed threshold, in my opinion, between anything 94 plus speed is really good, in my opinion. And then probably anything 97 plus is probably just S tier. That's kind of the way I view it. I mean, if you're 94 to 96 speed, I mean, that's still really good speed. And that's like definitely one-on-one material. Make them have the good corner deep. I knew it wasn't Surtain. Go deep. That's why if you have a late first-round pick in this franchise and you go top two corners that are young, under 25 years old, on opposite ends in those deep blue zones, you really feel safe when you call some, deep coverages, whatever, that you're not going to get beat over the top. And even if you do, you might have a KO. They got to watch the middle of the field here. Can Warner get there? No, Bishop can't either. First down. Wow. I thought for sure either I would get there or Bishop with deep zone KO. It lit up, but he was unable to get a knockout there or the elite reaction for the pick. And again, just this game does come down to animations at the end of the day. If Lions score here, it just nullifies my score, which would become embarrassing. He has the late Mike Evans, too. What a catch by Mike Evans there, number 13. Let's see what Cam Ward can do here. Will they mess it up? They're going to try to do a switch stick. Oh, in the air, it's packed! T'Vondre Sweat! The game of bailouts. Thank God this was not the actual playoff game. I would have felt a little bit bad. An overthrown pick. T'Vondre Sweat, maybe the high awareness really mattered. The high overall, maybe it actually mattered there to die for the ball. I really have no idea. What a job there to pass rush there, though. Can Coach K even capitalize, though, and get a field goal to be up by 2 scores? That is one thing I'll admit, though. For you to be able to dive for that ball, that's a bailout. Did he pass commit? I think he did. He pass committed. Only 5 yards there. They are going to have one more chance here to possibly get 10 yards. You got to get to midfield for a chance for Cam Little here. He's in that dime defense. I'm running the ball one more time. I know he's pass committing. Did he get weak boxed? Doesn't matter. They're still kicking it. I think it is possible to make this, folks, mathematically, from 70. And that's going to be a little bit short. I think if we had a little bit more, I'm just really shocked because, he's in dime defense. And, anytime that happens, I usually think that there should be kind of a weak box there. Maybe he didn't pass commit. Great tackling by the Lions there to contain the running back. But again, we got a bailout pick, and a kickoff return, so. This is what it is. Yeah, for sure, Diaz. We'll do it, for sure. Here we go. Big play. 21-14. Abuka! What a catch. First down. Yeah, I line drive kicked it. But my kick was short, AJ. I didn't do the full meter there. I was close to it, but I didn't get the full meter. So I did not deserve to make that kick. From 70 yards, there's no way that should be good. Without getting full meter. I mean, I have 99 power, but that doesn't mean anything. You still have to get good power on the kick. It's not a lag either. I just missed it. Underneath, first catch for Telvin Gerard, 3rd and 1. This is definitely a situation here where we probably would kick it. The extra 5 yards from in range. You got to keep that 2-score lead versus this Lions football team. They're running the ball here no matter what. Handoff. They got the block. Sampson, first down. Good game for Sampson. I made a 65-yarder ice. That was crazy, bro. Wow, what a pass rush. I didn't have time for a curl route there. Curl out wide open, didn't have time. Instant pressure there. That's the problem with single back passing sometimes. Handoff left side. No tackle broken. Give him 1. Kirby Joseph still in the game on the tackle. Again, if you're just joining us, if we win, we will actually play a rematch versus the Lions, which is a rarity. But that rematch game is going to not be. Here's Hurts. Be very careful. You can fumble there or get hurt. They will take their points. They are going to go ahead, though, and play the rematch game. Not tonight if they do win. And again, the reason being, it's just kind of stupid to play twice in one day versus the same player. It's kind of like the same idea of, having the, championship games the same day as a Super Bowl. Even though if everyone's free, it's a Saturday, whatever, doesn't really matter. You kind of want to, let that, 24-hour grace period kind of build the game up a little bit more. Big drive here for the Lions for morale reasons. Again, they're not really playing for much unless they want to, if they win, they play the Vikings. So that's really the only thing that could really come to my mind. Maybe they think they might get the 7C with the loss, but if they did the math, they would know. Bat in the air, no one's there to pick it off. 3rd and 8. What a game by T'Vondre Sweat. An interception and other stuff. 3rd and 8. Corner blitz from the edge. Here comes that corner blitz. And first down. Goodman's been quiet, the 99 speed guy. He's normal dev, but I believe he's 99 speed. Noah Goodman, what a story he's had. Handoff. There's Dallas Turner, secure tackler, 2nd and 9. This is probably the drive right here. Because if you somehow don't score, game script, could be a 3-score game down by 17. This is pretty much it right here, folks. 2nd and 9, barring a turnover and then another quick turnover by the Detroit defense. But precious clock coming off here. Switch stick. Evans, the veteran, caught it. Give him 6. This is where Coach K is going to go ahead and call cover 0. And looks kind of like cover 3, not going to lie. Hopefully he falls for it. They got to guard Evans here. And that's why... What a catch by Goodman. Wow. That is why you call cover 0, though. That pressure comes in quick. 1st and 10. Going to go to cover 2 here. What a pass to Tate. Or Bond. I don't know why I keep saying Tate. First down, Ben Bond. Auto-gen player when you're in franchise. You will have some of those players in your league, obviously. And they're going to go to cover 1 here. Can't do too many audibles. False start in the offense. Again, two interceptions in this game were CPU oriented. One of them was a throw out of a sack pick. Throw out of a sack pick. One of them was a possible touchdown pass, overthrown, intercepted. So even if Dallas wins this game, it is going to be a pure coin flip game if they win for a rematch, 3 versus 6 at Dallas. Stop here would alleviate any burdens, pressures. And candidate tackle out of bounds, 3rd and 10. It should end the quarter. It does. For sure, Smokey. John Taylor, I don't know. Probably not, dude. I mean, he's probably done, dude. Trade values, a lot of people are cheap in this franchise, man. Good luck trading with them. I mean, I overpaid for my players, but it's because I needed them. So I just overpaid for it for draft picks. But I traded for Ibuka and I traded for T'Vondre Sweat for run defense help. Switch stick! And it's going to be PI. On 3rd down and 10, that can't happen. Great switch stick, just... We didn't have the right leverage when we switch stick, the right positioning. Handoff, that is going to be Bond. 1st and goal, Detroit. Wow, what a game. Again, it's going to be cover 0 here, gentlemen. Cover 0, that gap was swallowed. 2nd and goal, Cole Bishop was there. Leading tackler last year for this football team. This is where you have to pass commit here. I don't think he's going to run the ball back-to-back times. We're going to gamble tonight. Probably mesh. Yes, it was mesh. In the air, almost picked. 3rd and goal. We do know that formation is mesh. 3rd and goal. This is probably where you got to call cover 2 in the red zone. Here we go. And the pass commit. What up, JG? It's all right, JG. It's all right, dude. The whole money spending kind of made me mad a little bit. Underneath in a drop, I think you have to kick this, but will they have the gambling mentality? They had the 6th seed no matter what. But if you don't get this, I mean, that can really end the game. They will kick it, but at the end of the day, there's pros and cons to that because now there's a ceiling to their comeback. 24-17. What's up, DS? All right, here we go. 24-17. I'm a little bit upset about Mutt, bro. That money promo, dude, sucks. Oh, you're kidding? I figured you were kidding. Kind of. Big drive here because that's kind of why the field goal has a ceiling, because now a field goal for us makes it a 2-score game and probably over. Screen pass, Sampson gets blocks. Dylan Sampson, have a ride. Xavier Watts can't get him now. Let's go. 31-17, barring the extra point. I think this defense, besides Surtain, is a big weakness for this team. Nothing ultra scary, in my opinion. I don't know if they had Cam Ward at the draft, but I know one thing. They may have traded for Cam Ward. I got to go back in the franchise notes, but all I know is that defense, part of me feels like all night they've been trying to catch up speed-wise. Now you're down by 14. Analytically, I might give you probably a 12% chance. You have to score quick and either force overtime or get a 2-point conversion and win it with shoe clock and a stop. It's going to be really tough to win this game now for the Lions. But that's when you know when Coach K's on, is that he has those big splashes. Dylan Sampson, 70-yard run. Dylan Sampson, 70-yard screen. You know, how about the, interceptions, right? Kickoff return. That's how you win football games, is the big play. Coach K got the big plays tonight, both from the CPU and by himself. What a tough window that was. Tyreek Smith almost caught. 31-17. Again, this is going to be a big game here. If they can win. Honestly, if I do win, even though our game would still be a 50-50 matchup, the matchup of the day would be Panthers-Vikings. Two great teams. They're both low-key my, arch emesis, and, or whatever you want to call it. And Keanu beat me 2 out of 3 times in the franchise. And Champ also has my number. I believe he won 2 out of 3. No. We're split 2-2 all the time, but he killed me by 3 scores this year. Again, running backs, for some reason, have dominated. Yep, there's Goodman. Running backs, I feel like, look at Sampson tonight. Scrambling quarterbacks, running backs, fast running backs. I feel like those are the things that have been dominating this franchise. Trenches, run blocking, pass blocking, getting pressure. All these are football recipes to win football games, but if Coach K wins this game, I could be wrong, but they did end up winning the last 5 games of the regular season. I think it's 5 games. But, all that had to happen for the 3 seed, and they will be 1 game short, though, of the 2 seed. I would have went out of bounds there. That is now precious clock going off for the Lions. Analytically, they should go for 2, or they wait to go for 2. We'll see. And that can't happen. Wow. Fred Warner. The problem is, I don't know if he's going to make those mistakes, though. He made some mistakes this game, but, watch him play a great game. Quarterbacks need to get out of a safety. They can't shoot clock yet mathematically. They can't take a safety either. It's hard to lose yards here in a fullback dive, so they're going to do a fullback dive now. They just can't have a safety. And that's going to be actually a first down. Wow, that absolutely can't happen. And it looks like right now the Lions, they are going farther and farther in the right direction to win this football game. I honestly thought that was going to be a Fred Warner safety. And then the Lions are really in it. Yeah, score again quick, get a stop or an onside kick. But unfortunately, it's not how the game handed out. Handoff, Sampson, some green grass, come for. Now they can chew clock. They will. 2-minute warning. Yeah, I will, Diaz. Yeah, for sure, JG. I appreciate it, man. We are going to sim right away after this. Check force wins. But Coach K is on his way to back-to-back 13-4 seasons. I think we were 13-4 last year with the 2 seed. I could be wrong. Maybe we're maybe we were 14-3. It was one of the two. I know for sure I wasn't 15-2. And I know for sure I was not 12-5. Back-to-back years, top 3 seeds. Back-to-back years, NFC East champions. Timeout Lions, not giving up. Again, if you're just joining us, Lions win. They play the Vikings, 6-3. Vikings move to 3. The Cowboys, probably a 98% chance to win this game here. What a hit by Fred Warner. Again, he's such a great player in this football team. The mid-zone KO is probably his worst attribute. CPU style. Really, right here, you just can't give up a one-play score. And then he needs the onside kick then, almost guaranteed. They're going to play the corner route here. And again, those checkdowns are not what you want in this situation. You have to use the sideline. Hopefully, here's a switch stick here. Try to get, can Warner get that tackle in? Same thing right there. I would not spin for an extra 7 yards. To me, getting out of bounds, preserving 12 seconds, that matters more to me than 7 yards. And who knows if it actually is 12 seconds, but at the end of the day, it's plus or minus. This game is probably over now, but, I mean, just too much precious time coming off here, gentlemen. Lobs it up. Phillip. It is caught. Wow. We might have a game. I mean, we clicked on and I went for the pick. My guy just dumbed out. And that is proof nothing is safe in this game. I mean, I did my job. I clicked on, I swerved to the ball, and I got sucked in. I couldn't do anything. I mean, what are you going to do? Just let CPU do it and then get mossed? If he gets this onside kick, I will be a little bit upset because I know he's going for 2 at the end. If we get it, though, we are in field goal range. But that is illegal touching, and that is probably going to do it. The reason why is even if he does get a stop, we have to make the field goal. Now, it's not over yet, but we really love our odds here. Just don't lose yards, and you could be good. Handoff. Give him 3. Well, actually, you know what? The more I think about it, they actually would punt the ball. With the mash protect, actually. But they have to get a stop first, and they can't. Because I would have punted it. He would have had like 9 seconds. Like on his own 20 or something. That would have been tough. And Coach K does solidify the 3 seed with the 1-score win versus the Lions. But in all honesty, I felt like that game we did get luckier. So we might lose the playoff game if we don't play as sharp as we played tonight. Because we still made some good plays, like a user pick or whatever, but it's going to be tough to beat Omi, you know, in the playoffs. It's going to be real tough. We will see what happens when we sim here. Any playoff storylines, whatever, but Broncos, unfortunately, no. We are going to do the weekly recap just because it was requested in the stream for people who was watching at home. Okay, for Diaz. Here we go, weekly recap. Here is the weekly recap, and then we're going to sim with force wins. All right, force wins were set. First game. Involves Sanders? I don't think so, no. I do think it involves the owner being stupid. Jared Goff, backup quarterback, ended up beating the Washington Commanders and Jaden Daniels 31-14. Wow. What a win by the Falcons to preserve their dominance in the league. Ravens, Bengals. What a run by the Ravens. And he's going to go all the way for a touchdown. That might be a playoff rematch down the road. Giants, Panthers. Guess what, folks? The Giants were 1 point from the playoffs, gentlemen. One thing I'll teach you about Champ. He loves Laporta. He loves Gibbs. You have to stop the tight end and the running back to beat him. Trevor Lawrence beats the Giants by 1 point. If the Giants would have won that game, they were in the playoffs. The Lions do have the 6th seed. Okay? So the reason why is they own the tiebreaker, okay, over the Commanders, not head-to-head, but NFC conference record. I think that it really puts a tough position for the Commanders. They have to beat the Niners, who they're 0-6 all-time versus Hayden, and then beat the Falcons. If you had the 6th seed and you play me, that would have been more favorable, right? If you won versus the Jets or the Falcons, right, AJ? You would have played me. I beat you by a field goal twice this year. It's anyone's game, right? If you beat me, for all we know, the 7th seed would have been Omi. Maybe he would have beat the Niners, and then he plays the Falcons, you don't. So that's why the 6th seed is actually very underrated in compared to the 7th seed. Let's go ahead and get our sims ready here. Injuries off, and we are getting ready to go, guys. Thank you for your patience. Anyone wants to join Discord. We have a waiting list right now, sadly, but we're playing tomorrow for the playoff game. All right, it is time. I did not win the event yet, Vash. I'm playing tomorrow. Yeah, I'm doing. So injuries are off. Lee schedule. All right, so force win Niners, very important. Okay, home, good. Fair sim, Browns, Steelers. Okay, so Browns, Steelers is none. Force win Saints. Okay. And obviously a very important, well, not that important, I guess, but force win Keanu. That really should be it. So anything else should be up to random chance. I still can't believe the Seahawks beat us this year. Or was that last year? That might have been last year. Wow, time flies. I still can't believe the Giants lost by 1 point for the playoffs. Fred Warner is really good. He's a cheat code. He is. CPU. Yeah, I had school today, AJ. Tomorrow we have a professional day, but I'm probably taking a personal day off tomorrow. Because there's no students. What up, Alex? There's no students, so if I miss a day, nothing happens. It's all staff day. Vash, I did not do Raheed Shaheed. We're gonna sim now, guys. I did not get Raheed Shaheed, so for that reason, okay, for that reason, I ended up not switching to Seattle without Shaheed. It is, AJ. It is. It's a rarity. Especially in the middle of January, because we had no holidays this week. It really helped me, though, in terms of, like, bridging the gap. It really helped me between bridging the gap of, like, it's called Dead Week, the week before the Super Bowl. Next week's Super Bowl week, so it will be a good build-up. Here is the playoff bracket with the special music. Here we go, guys. Injuries are back on. Be careful. Here we go. Send in the Discord. Here we go, guys. Here we go. And we are off. Nothing really changed. Coach K versus the Lions tomorrow night. Very exciting stuff, boys. Vikings. Dude, in my opinion, you know, Skull Nation, man, favorite game right there, Panthers. It's two teams that I think it really does us a favor that one of them lose because they are both really good players. Keanu is probably one of the best players, I think, who has never... Well, Champ is really good, too, and he's never made a Super Bowl yet. So two players who have never made a Super Bowl, one of them will guaranteed not have a chance with a loss. Back in the playoffs, A.J. Matusik waving the flag. The Washington Commanders are in! Jaden Daniels, let's go! That is true, for boy, exactly. 0 APDON. Wow, they get 0 APDON. Holy shit, for a whole month and a half? Wow, I didn't even know that, for boy. Jesus Christ. I mean, again, guys, I could play more tonight, but at the end of the day, it's like, dude, I'm probably going to play more tomorrow because the market's going to drop a tad. And then also, it's just, I already played today for a little bit. Like, not like gameplay, but I was already on MUT for a bit, so I'll get off. All right, let me do in the zone. I don't think our tight end got our achievement. Let's see if he got it. Damn, he didn't get it. That would have been... They are Eagles, Vash. You're not wrong. Sadly, we did not get the dev up there. The dev up. But yeah, guys, it's going to be really tough. Hopefully, injuries are on. We should see at least 1 or 2 games be played tonight. I would be shocked if only 1 game was played tonight. Definitely tomorrow, we'll see 2 or 3. The dog killer? That is really tempting, to be fair, Vash. Very tempting. The dog killer is back. I am a little bit hungry, so I'm going to make some food and stuff. That's kind of why I'm not... If I wasn't that hungry... Because by the time I re-stream, it probably will be like 10:30. It's kind of late. I mean, again, guys, I will be streaming tomorrow. I mean, I'm not saying that, you know, it's boring or whatever, but, you know, or like, I don't want to play or whatever. It's more just the idea of like, I mean... I do want to check one thing, though, just real quick. I do want to see Randy Moss's price. Why do we have some people in this things? Michael Vick's better. He has sideline Deadeye and inside Deadeye. That will always trump anything in the whole game. It's so rare to get both abilities. Like, even in franchise, very rare. Damian Woody, I am paying 1 AP secure for him, dude. We did a set for like $590. So, that's fine. Bradbury, I heard's back up to 2 mil. Let's see if that's true. Crazy. Almost 2 mil again. I told you guys just to keep him. I know the other guy's +1 speed, but I mean, he could be a backup. Or move him to guard or something like that. I bought Moss for 1.4 because of how much Hester was. Let's go, 1.8. Fuck yeah. I already made 300 grand equity. It's really more like 200 grand equity after the fee, but great equity there. Okay? Again, we recognized the bullshit and we exploited it. We bought Randy Moss then. Okay? Yeah, I mean, I don't know, dude. I mean, part of me feels like at the end of the day, next week as well, we're getting great Patriot players. Carlton Davis, Christian Gonzalez. Like, those are my four corners. It's probably going to be, I mean, even Randy Moss, I mean, even though he has no discount abilities, like, if we switch pass rushers from Zadarius Smith to whatever, I do want to check if these guys, like, do these guys even get, nice job, Dre. I don't know, Vash. Maybe. We'll see. What are they trying to get me on, huh, Vash? All right, I'm going to check right now these passwords while I have you guys in the stream here. See, Marshall Faulk keeps going up in fucking price. Wow, 3 mil snipe. We missed it. Damn. I do want to check one thing real quick. Hesher's down to 5 mil. I can't believe Hesher was 4 mil. He was 4 mil at 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock. I want to check if William Perry gets Colossus. He does. Him and White get it. That's huge. That's huge. Because and all you need is 2 sacks or 2 tackle for losses. TFLs really aren't that hard. You know, a little run commit and a tackle. I mean, it's not that hard. Mid blitz, you know, whatever. I mean, it's 1 AP too, right? It's definitely worth 1 AP. The problem is, though, they do get 0 AP. Is it really 0? No, it's 1 AP DO. Who said 0 AP DON? Come on. At that point, instead of, ooh. But I did just realize something. It's going to be harder. It's going to be harder to get the sacks without the DON up front. Tough decisions, man. Tough decisions. Does he at least get... Wait, he does get 0 AP DON. He does get it. I forgot. This is the... Why aren't these green then? Make these fucking green then. These are fucking discount abilities, dude. Like, what are you doing? He does get double anything for free. Wow. I would probably pay 0 AP double or nothing, 1 AP inside stuff, and then I would probably do on both DTs. Wow. You need him anyway for that +1 speed from Malcolm Butler or whatever. That's really cool, guys. Yeah, you're right. All right, I'll do my best, Vash. We'll see how I feel. If I'm live, I'm live. If not, please don't beat yourself up for it, okay? All right, bye, guys. Take care. We'll go from there.